Welcome back to our channel. You're doing what? A channel designed to celebrate life in an RV full-time for older people, old farts, retirees, those who are at the last 20% of their decades on Earth. That's who this channel is for. I'm Lonnie, and my husband and I have been on the road since April of 2021, so we're still kind of getting adjusted to all this. But what we've been doing in July, and just really interesting things in July. So in the motorhome world, there are rallies for all kinds of people who RV. There are manufacturers rallies, there are rallies, there are club rallies, like we belong to two different RV clubs, Family Motor Coach Association, FMCA, and Escapees out of Livingston, Texas. And both of those organizations have really very huge rallies. When we were younger, we did sports car rallies, motorcycle rallies. In fact, Sturgis is on this week, motorcycle rallies, and now we're doing RV rallies. So what happens at a rally? Well, at the FMCA rally this year, there were 1,700 rigs. That means RVs, all kinds of RVs, Class A, fifth wheels, trailers, Class Bs, which are the vans, Class C, I forget what they call the great big Class Cs that are on a truck chassis. But anyway, all kinds of RVs and all kinds of people belong to FMCA and attended the rally. All kinds of people. A lot of retirees, granted, but a lot of young people too, a lot of people who work on the road. And the whole purpose of a rally is twofold: to meet your fellow RVers and enjoy socializing and trading stories, helping each other out with maybe problems that you've been having. And the second thing is to go to classes that the rallies provide over a 4 or 5 day period, totally about RV life. Everything from the plumbing systems and electrical systems to internet and how to capture your internet the most efficiently and cost-effective way. So we spent most of July going from rally to rally, well, two rallies out west, and had a great time. Now, where these rallies occur, usually for motorhomes, if it's going to be a great big affair, are at fairgrounds in different states. Many state fairground facilities have hundreds of RV sites with electric and water. They usually don't have a sewer because that's a whole nother expensive prospect. But some of them have sewer too. One of them that we were at had sewer as well. So imagine 1,700 RVs in an RV park at a fairgrounds, and that's what we had both times. So the fairgrounds, we saw rodeos, we saw other people coming in and out and having classes on other things, but for the most part, the fairgrounds was shut down to everybody except us, and just tons and tons of classes about things. And then in another part of the rally, there is usually a huge arena or tented area for concerts and music and maybe dinners, but all kinds of things go on. And then there are always lots of little golf carts offering rides, because it's a long walk, if you can imagine, a long walk sometimes to the venues from where the RVs are. Now, it's nothing fancy for the RV park, and you're very close together. Usually you're pretty close by other RVs, but you're there 4 or 5 nights, and it's worth the effort to go and to pick up tips, to look at new products. There are usually vendors there with all kinds of new products to sell, and we actually bought a tire pressure monitoring system at one, which we've been wanting to do, and they installed it at the rally. We had some work done by the manufacturer who was at the of our coach who was at the rally, and would fix 2 things. We'd have to pay for parts, but the labor was free, and that was awesome. So we had to have a water pump replaced, and I forget what the other thing was, but they did a great job, and it was very convenient to have it done there, and a lot less expensive than if we'd had to pay $130 labor charges, which is what you pay for RV technicians usually. It's between $100 and $130 an hour. So that was very helpful and much appreciated. The other thing that that we tried to kind of tie down was getting hooked up with more local groups also that were under the umbrella of the bigger groups. So FMCA has lots of regional rallies and things to do, and Escapees has regional trips as well. FMCA sponsors programs where you can go on an RV trip with a whole bunch of other RVs, and it's like a guided tour, and there's a wagon master. That's what they call the person. A wagon master takes charge of all the RVs, anywhere from 10 to 50 of them, and you travel all over. You can go to Africa and rent RVs there, or that's part of the package in Africa. Europe, of course, and we're interested in one up in Manitoba to see the polar bears in 2022. So you can find out about all those things and make reservations and learn what the good things and the bad things about each of the trips are. Also, the clubs meet usually quarterly. The smaller groups meet quarterly, and will have campouts and meetups, different places. Sometimes in Mexico, sometimes just in a nearby place near where the smaller club's headquarters are, and you meet lots of really nice and interesting people. So it's a way to make friends, and I would encourage those of you who have not been RVers before to join either FMCA or Escapees or both and learn the ropes. So both FMCA and Escapees have programs at the beginning of these annual rallies for newcomers, and they're called boot camps, and you go 2 or 3 days early and learn everything there is to know about an RV and taking care of an RV. So they start at the bottom of your knowledge, what you know about and what the people in the class know about, and they go up through every system, answer all your questions, and it's a fantastic thing, really, when you're just starting out to attend one of the boot camps. We had a great time, met some really interesting people, and we'll probably meet up with them again later in the year. So it's a great program each of the clubs put out, and I would encourage you, even if you're not yet getting an RV, to look up FMCA and Escapees on the internet. And you don't have to have an RV to go, but you have to join the club to go to the rallies. Okay, if you like the information in this video today, please hit subscribe. I don't remember where it is. It's somewhere here. Hit subscribe so you'll get notified when we have new videos. And if you want to share and like, that's also much appreciated. So I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Adios. You're doing what?